It seems that Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the Director of Health and Human Services for the entire United States of America, is admitting publicly that, yeah, some of his ideas are pretty dumb, and they're going to cause some harm to the country. But don't worry, because they're also not going to cause any good or positive things to happen, just the bad. And Kennedy as much as admitted this in a recent interview on Fox News with host Harris Faulkner. Now, Kennedy was apparently not allowed to go on the show by himself. He had to be accompanied by Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt, because, you know, they're doing a Make Oklahoma Healthy Again, a MOHA movement. But Kennedy was asked specifically by host Faulkner about removing fluoride from water. And that is when Kennedy admitted that, yeah, it's probably going to be pretty bad, but we're going to do it anyway because we're pretty friggin' dumb. Here's how that exchange went down. Faulkner asked, quote, "On the issue of fluoride, what has been the response from dentists in America who may be concerned that some children in lower incomes in particular don't get those dental preventative situations where they can go in and get their teeth indemnified and treated against cavities?" And Kennedy responded saying this: "Well, people will still get indemnified for it to the extent that they are already indemnified." Okay, we're going to stop right there because that's not a response. She's saying, hey, there's poor people in the country, tens of millions, by the way, according to the most recent reports, that are unable to afford any dental care whatsoever, let alone the additional charge for a fluoride treatment because, yes, you get charged extra. That is not part of a regular teeth cleaning, but tens of millions of people can't even afford the teeth cleaning as it is. So he's like, those who can get it are still going to get it. Well, sure. Those who can get it would get it even if you didn't take fluoride out of the water, you dumbass. But what a flippant, horrible response from a multi-millionaire, a guy born into a millionaire family who has always been able to afford whatever the hell he wanted, not just dental care, literally anything. You absolute piece of human garbage. I remember a time booking guests for your ass where you talked about the need to take care of the less fortunate, of the low-income people in this country. I pulled your research together about how difficult it was to be poor in the United States, and this is what you turn around and do, saying, well, if they can get it, they'll still get it. Fuck you! Yeah, this is personal now. But God bless it, he continues. I'm sorry, folks. But this issue with Kennedy is personal for me because this is a person I worked with for years. Back when he was actually a progressive, back when he actually cared and knew what he was talking about before he got into the vaccine and science stuff, which he doesn't understand. And I can tell you that from firsthand experience. He continues. But you know, it is an issue. It's a balance. You're going to see probably slightly more cavities. Although in Europe, where they banned fluoride, they did not see an uptick in cavities. The issue is parents need to decide because science is very clear on fluoride. Everything you just said, other than kids will have more cavities, is a lie. And I know because I spent the few minutes it took to actually do the goddamn research on that, unlike you, you piece of trash. Europe has not banned fluoride in drinking water. That's not a thing that ever happened, and yet this nincompoop goes out there repeatedly and says Europe has banned it. No, they haven't. They just haven't mandated it, and there is a world of difference. Countries in Europe are allowed to add fluoride if they choose to do so. They just haven't made government-wide mandates in some countries, others have, by the way, that says you have to put it in. Well, they didn't see an uptick in cavities. Oh, really? The countries with universal health care aren't seeing kids experiencing more cavities because they're actually able to afford to go to the dentist? Wow! It's not that there could be a separate thing happening, right, Bobby? No, it all has to do to the fact that there's no fluoride in the water. The American Dental Association has come out and said fluoride in water is a good thing. And it will lead to more cavities if you take it out. And the scientific community is in full agreement that the levels of fluoride that have been in U.S. drinking water since the year 1945 are not harmful to humans. Did you know that? Did you know that we first started adding fluoride to drinking water in certain parts of the country before it became, kind of universal in 1945? 80 years ago, folks? 80 years ago? And now suddenly today, this idiot who does not have a medical background, he does not have a scientific background, he does not have a dental background. He gets to call the shots that this thing that has clearly been safe for 80 years now has to go. And yeah, low-income people are going to have more cavities. They're not going to be able to get them treated, which is going to lead to more health problems. And I speak from experience on that. Because for, the first part of my adult life, even though I had dental insurance, I still didn't have enough leftover money to be able to pay the co-pays and deductibles to get dental care. It cost me 3 teeth. That is what happens. Could have caused a lot more serious health problems as well. But that's what we're looking at. You're taking away a free protection that these people got. Is it going to do everything? Absolutely not. Was it hurting them? Definitely not. But we're going to listen to this man who can barely speak, tell us what we should do for our bodies? Hell no. We're supposed to say, yes, we believe you on all the health issues. Yes, even though you have no dental degree, no medical degree, no scientific degree, you know better than every scientist in this country. Hell no. That would be insane. He's admitting that it's going to cause harm. He cannot list a single positive thing it'll do. And we're just supposed to take his word that he is protecting us. Bullcrap. Did you know that you might be missing out on wonderful content from me? I mean, you're here already because clearly you like what you see. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video, share them with your friends and family, but also follow me across the rest of the social media world. And it's not that hard to do. Whether it's X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, on every one of those platforms, you can find me at the username @FarronBalanced. Simple enough, right? So get on it. And if you don't feel like going to each one of those outlets individually, lucky for you, we have links in the description of this video to take you right to my pages across all of social media. So don't miss a minute. And while you're at it, make sure you're also subscribed to the Ring of Fire YouTube channel, which I have been hosting for many, many years now. We've got more than 1 million subscribers over there, and there is fresh content over there every single day of the week. So again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel, and while you're at it, go subscribe to Ring of Fire at youtube.com/The Ring of Fire and @FarronBalanced across every social media platform. That, of course, is not considered just a far-right hellscape. Well, maybe Twitter is, but that's a story for a different day.